That's it.
We're just live already.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Shepherd Youth. We are officially live on YouTube. How are you guys? I've got friends with me today. I don't know if you can see them. You probably can. I have Adrian and Andrea with me. Hi, guys.
What's up?
How are you guys doing?
Doing good, doing good. How about you?
Okay, so people at Shepherd Youth might not know you, so let's get to know you really quick. Elephant in the room, you guys are twins?
Yep.
Yes,
We're
we
17. She's a minute older than
I'm
me,
a
though.
minute older. but
1 minute older. I'm sure that you love that. We know that you love that. And so you both are what grade going into what grade? You are
We're right year, so we're gonna go into 12th grade in the fall. Which
wow. Super exciting. And what school are you guys at?
Santa Susana High School. It's in Simi Valley.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for joining our live today. So I have a question of the day that I think, would be really good if we all start out with.
Mhm.
And it's a very deep spiritual question, which is why I didn't give it to you ahead of time, because I just wanted to really make you uncomfortable. So the first question is, what's your favorite fruit and why?
You can go.
Okay, well, my favorite fruit are mangoes. I've just always liked mangoes.
See what's going on.
Girl, that's my favorite fruit.
I liked them a lot because this is a weird answer, but I always don't get like the best mangoes. So whenever there's a really good mango, it's really special. And I like that it's special.
I totally get that though, because it's almost like because you don't have it so much, like when you do, it's just perfect. And I get that. Like the mangoes, I like it when they're like really soft and like bright, like yellow orange. I'm like, the Lord blessed me that day.
Yes.
Like
Literally.
like I worship him as I eat it. Okay. Okay, Adrian, favorite fruit, why?
Another thing, I also hate mangoes. So like, yeah, that's. But I don't know. I think I like pomegranate the most.
Ooh,
Yeah, I don't know.
Why?
Because
pomegranates are great.
because once you get like all the insides or whatever,
Mhm.
the actual fruit, put it with some sugar and eat it.
It's
Always,
a fruit you have to work for.
yeah, definitely.
Once again,
Worth it.
makes you want it more.
Worth it. Yep.
These fruit, they're smart and they have souls and they know. So, okay, well, that's kind of the game we're playing today.
Oh,
The game is Name That Fruit.
Oh.
oh.
So I really thought, you know what, Shepherd Youth, let's educate you. I know that you love online school, so that's really what this is. No, it isn't. But so the game is Name That Fruit. I'm going to describe a kind of fruit, and really it's like whoever raises their hand first and you think you know the answer, that's how it's going to go. Sound
Okay.
good?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is like the tester one. This fruit floats and bounces. I know. I'm telling you like random facts that are so strange. You just kind of got to guess.
Apples. Apples.
It's not an apple. Do you have a guess,
Not bounce.
Andrea?
Grapes.
That was a good guess. The answer is cherry.
Cherries, really.
Cherries float and bounce. The more you know. The more you know. Okay, so that was a warm up. Oh, this one's easier. Maybe I should have started with this one, but too late. Number 2. Here we go. This fruit is used in a common phrase indicating that someone has gone crazy.
Banana.
Yes, queen. What is? You've gone bananas. Yes. I don't know why I went Jeopardy a little bit with that one, but it's okay. Number 3. This is the only fruit that wears their seeds on the outside of their skin. Shepherd, you can put the answer in too on YouTube. Go for it. The only fruit that has the seeds on the outside of the skin. Once I say the answer, you're going to be like, oh my word, I should have known. The seeds are on the outside of the skin. Think about what fruit look like.
Not
Okay.
coconut.
I swear, y'all are gonna be like,
I'm actually not sure about this one.
Yeah, me neither.
Jeez, I don't know my fruits then.
Here, here.
okay, are you ready? I'm
Yeah.
about to blow your mind. A strawberry.
Oh
Really?
yeah.
The seeds are on the outside of the fruit. That's what those are. They're seeds. Your mind is blown.
Oh,
That's
that's
crazy.
crazy.
I don't think of those things as seeds. That's the problem.
Yeah,
I know.
please all eat them.
I know. Revelation. Okay. All right, here we go. We're gonna keep going. Your I was gonna say your juices, fruit juices. What? Okay. All right. Number 4. You'd be surprised to know this is a fruit because of its savory taste. You would be surprised to know that this is a fruit because of its savory taste.
Tomato?
Oh, okay, Queen. It's not that, but I see where you're going. And it's in that vein, though. Well, is it? It is. It's a fruit. I'll give you another hint. Oh, this one's too easy if I give you the hint, but I like you guys so much. Okay. It's green.
Bell peppers? That doesn't. That doesn't.
Shepherd Youth, send it in. What do you think it is? It's green. It's really popular. When you get it on as a side, you have to pay $2.
Avocado?
It's a fruit. An
Really?
avocado is a fruit.
What?
Technically, yes. You know why?
Okay.
The internet never lies. You know what? Sometimes it does. That might not be true. But I looked it up on the internet and avocado is a fruit. It says. Okay.
Jeez,
Oh,
I
this
would-
one's fun. So just be ready with your hands. Okay, here we go. This a day keeps the doctor away.
Apple.
Yes. An apple. Okay. Okay. Ooh, this one's good. Hawaii produces 1/3 of all of these fruits. Hawaii produces 1/3 of this fruit. Like of all the fruit in the world, it's this fruit. Yes.
Pineapple?
Yes.
That's
but
just
then
a
it
guess.
was like pineapple or coconut.
She's the queen of fruits. I
She
honestly
is.
feel, Adrian, I still think like, you could really come in and like win this. Like,
No.
no one's too far gone. Amen.
If I want
Okay.
wilderness, that's wilderness.
Okay. Oh, Adrian, I feel this one for you. Okay. This is a great source of vitamin C and also used to be known as, yes, the fruit of the gods. You're doing good. Shepherd Youth, are you guys doing good? Are you learning about fruit? You probably all just
I
want to
am.
eat fruit right now.
For sure.
I'm really craving mangoes
I'm
now.
craving mangoes now. Yeah.
I want some cherries.
Some cherries. Yes. Oh, cherries are good. Also, you have to spit out the seeds, but sometimes no. Do the cherries come without seeds sometimes?
I don't know.
I think so.
I don't think so.
Just have to pay more, I guess.
I'm not sure. The internet lies sometimes. Okay. We've only got a few more. So here we go. This summer fruit is 92% water.
Watermelon.
Yes!
I know that one.
Watermelon.
That's what
Isn't that
we-
crazy? 92%?
Crazy.
That's why we want it on a hot summer day, because we're dehydrated.
Oh, good. Sweet.
It's like the perfect beach snack, I think.
Unless it's like not sweet. Then it just
Oh, right. And then it's just kind of weird.
put some sugar in it.
Do you
Watermelon-
guys ever put chili on? Did you say you put sugar on it?
on watermelon sometimes, yeah.
I've never like even seen that done. I would want that.
Not sweet, then
He's full of sugar.
Oh,
Yeah, but,
that
like,
sounds really good.
like the Harry Styles song.
Yeah, we put chili on ours,
really.
like a little
Oh,
bit of tahini.
Tahini, yeah.
Yes,
On all-
yeah.
Actually, not this
On
watermelon.
all fruits.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, mangoes. Oh, okay. This one is our last one. Here we go. I believe in you, Adrian. Okay. The name is said to have derived from an Asian word for sour fruit.
I'll give it to you.
Sour fruit.
Pretty straightforward. She's like, I know
I don't
what
think
it is.
she knows
I'm
it.
gonna
Yeah.
give it to you.
Sour fruit.
Yeah, the name is said to have derived from an Asian word for sour fruit. I mean, it's a pretty big hint. Think of a sour fruit.
Sour. Lemon?
What?
Too obvious.
Lemon?
Lemons?
Sometimes it's the obvious choice, guys.
I was thinking too hard into it.
You were like, she's trying to trick us.
Yeah.
Lemon, you did it. Wow. Give yourselves a round of applause because you guys really know more about fruits now than you ever have in your whole life. I don't know if you even wanted to, but you truly do now. So, Shepherd Youth, if you were playing the game with us, now you know. The more you know, fruit. Why don't you go grab some fruit? Because we're about to jump into getting to know our friends more. So go ahead and go grab some fruit. Strawberries, they have their seeds on the outside. As we talk with our friends here. So first question for both of you is, when did you first come to Shepherd Youth and what were your first impressions? Because you guys came at the same time, right?
Yeah. Well, the first time I came to Shepherd Youth was probably 2 years ago, and it was through D groups, actually, youth groups. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, and my first impressions, like I was just shocked to see like so many kids like our age, even younger, just
For a youth group?
yeah, for
you know?
youth group, all in the same place,
Yeah.
worshiping God. That was really cool to me. And just like
Wow.
the whole dynamic and just how like cool, like just like cool it was, you know, like
Yeah.
I've never really
Yeah.
experienced something like that in church, other churches. Like,
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
So we've been coming to Shepherd for like Christmas services. We went to a church in Simi Valley for a really long time, and then we just started coming more often than just Christmas. And then we signed up for D groups, and he used to play basketball.
yeah, I used to play on the club team over here,
Yeah.
so that's how we were.
Oh, that's
recruited.
cool.
Actually, I think the first time wasn't even.
Yeah, it wasn't even for like.
It was for
the
the
church, it was
basketball
for
team.
basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like the summer.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
And
Do you still do that or?
Well, I'm too old now, but yeah, I go back. I help coach out sometimes, but yeah.
Cool, cool. Okay, awesome. So, second question, Adrian, you can go first.
Mhm.
When did you become like a follower of Jesus? You know, and how did that really happen for you?
Well, in our family, I was sort of raised into like a Christianity, and so it's sort of always been there for me. But if you want to say like on my own terms, I guess like just like on by myself, like my decision, like it had to be in 8th grade, at church camp, of course. And I was just, I don't know, moved because I could finally understand properly what Christianity meant, what it was, and what it does.
Yeah,
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 and ever since then I've been blessed.
yeah. Oh, that's awesome. What about you, Andrea?
Well, yeah, same thing. Obviously, we were both born into the faith, so we've been coming to church our whole lives, serving, all of that fun stuff. But,
Yeah.
you know, church camp is always a powerful experience for everyone.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
for all years of middle school, and you know how there's like that camp high. That
Mhm.
camp high always used to fade for me, like in 6th and 7th grade, and then in 8th grade it didn't.
Mhm.
And so then that's
Wow.
I like decided to get baptized, and then like I started to involve myself
Yeah.
into what the faith meant to me.
Yes. Oh, that's so powerful. Like, and you know what's funny? Even like I'm on staff, but surprisingly enough, at one time I was a student. And for me, it was camp too. Like I had a very similar experience as you guys. I was raised in Shepherd Church. I was raised in Christianity. And then I had the opportunity at a camp to be like, is this what I believe? Like, oh, like it's just me. My mom isn't here. My family isn't here. What do I believe? And same thing. I was like, oh, I'm all in. Like, yeah, cool. Okay, so the next question, and we could just, whoever wants to answer it first, let's do that one. That's fun. Okay. Have you guys ever had a time where it was difficult for you to follow Jesus? Like, after you decided, okay, I'm in now. Have you had a time where it was difficult, and how did you handle it?
Yeah, I'll go first. There was a time, it was actually sophomore year, so you could say 2 years ago now.
Literally last
It was
year.
literally last year, actually. Yeah, what am I saying? Uh, it was difficult in the sense where I started to like stray away from
Mm,
like the religion, not just because
mhm.
of anything else. Just I just said told myself I didn't have time, or like
Oh yeah,
there were
yeah,
certain
yeah.
things
I get
going
you.
on in my life where like I guess it was just the last thing on my mind, honestly.
Yep.
Um, and the way I handled it, I guess, was as more and more time sort of went on, I started to feel like a difference in myself. But something that really
Mm,
helped me was like friends reaching out uh,
yeah.
consistently, and my youth group leader too, Ryan O'Donohue. He
Yeah.
was uh, he was really there, so that
That's
was
awesome.
great. Yeah.
And you know what? That's real. And we've
Mhm.
all gone through that. And I've gone through it. We
Yeah.
get so busy and
Yeah.
like, the important things kind of just dwindle down.
Take it
And
back.
it really does take those friends
Mhm.
that are like, you okay? Like, I love that you had that. And your D group leader, Ryan. Ryan, if you're gonna watch this, shout out. Okay, okay.
Um,
So Andrea.
okay, well, mine's kind of similar actually, but it's not a specific time. I feel like it honestly, like being honest, it happens every now and then.
Yeah,
You know, it's
yeah.
like during this quarantine time, it hasn't been too terrible, but there was one period of time where it was like, what am I even doing? Because obviously we're not going to church every week.
Right.
Even like a few years ago, like, okay, like my mom didn't take us to church.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I'm not going to do this unless I'm not forced to do it. But
Yeah.
realizing that like this is like my own life and I have my own free will and it's my own relationship and faith, and I just thought that was like so cool. And I was like, why am I
Wasting.
why am I wasting this? And like to me, just having faith in something is just like a promising feeling. It's like something to
Yeah.
fall back on, you know? It just always like has been like a comforting thing, and that's something I've always told people that ask me like, oh, like why are you leaving the Christian? Like there's no proof, like God's not real, this and that. And that's what I've always said. I was just like, I just love having faith in something. It just gives me a comfort. And so
Yeah.
I guess that's just how I handle it. Like I reminded myself of that, and again, like talk to friends that are also in the faith, and they like kind of remind me and tell me like how to get through it. So yeah.
Yeah. And that's pretty powerful because I think we're all experiencing that. Like, oh, okay, I'm not going to church. What does my faith look like now? Like, because that was such a habit, and I feel like it was so much a part of our DNA. And it's like, okay, so I'm not going to a building. What does that mean for my faith? And it's cool that you realized, oh, it's still my faith though. And the Holy Spirit is with me here in my home, when I read with my friends. I feel like we're seeing a different side of our relationship with God,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
And honestly, I think it just like it kind of made me realize that like I don't have to just go to church to be like
Yes.
Yeah.
godly and like have the faith
Hmm.
mindset. You know, it's just everywhere you go. You know, it's
Yeah.
not a church thing. Church is just a building.
Exactly. And it's honestly like church is really supposed to be a pep rally. Like we all know what pep rallies are.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to go to the game, but let's get hyped before we go to the game. Church is a pep rally for the game of life. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, let's get filled, let's get encouraged. And then the game is let me love my neighbor. Let me love my brother or my sister when I don't love them. Like, let me serve my family. Like, so I'm glad that you guys see that, like, okay, it's almost like let's amplify our faith now. Like, let's live it. Okay, so next question. For each of you, what is something that you do to keep your relationship with God strong? Like, how do you connect with Him? Because it's different for everybody. Like, so how do you guys uniquely connect with God or feel God?
Personally for me, like every day there's like this thing on the Bible app where there's like a little like Instagram story you could say. And like I
Oh
start my
yeah.
day off with that, and it's just like a verse and a scripture, and then so I'll go through that. There'll be a little video type like teaching, and then a prayer, and then after that like I'll just read through the scripture like, and
Yeah.
I don't know, it just kept me like always there, like
Yes.
I made it part of like
Routine.
like sort of like a routine, but like
Mhm.
it's like something I look forward to, you could say. Like I
Yeah.
can't start my day won't be right if I don't do that. Like
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I do.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. And I've checked those out too. And isn't
Mhm.
it crazy how sometimes it's perfect? Like you're like,
It's like exactly what's
they
on your
know me.
heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. So good. Okay, Andrea.
Okay, well, for me, I wouldn't say this is necessarily like unique, but obviously, I try to make it a priority to pray in the morning and before I go to bed, and obviously in between. But like,
Yeah.
I really like doing it in the morning because then it gives me like a good, positive mindset for the rest of the day. And I think, well, this is just me, just so I stay more organized and scheduled. I always like give myself a schedule of what my days would look like and what I'm going to do and what I need to accomplish. So I think I incorporate that into my prayer. And so like
Yeah.
please God help me get through doing all of this today. Like thank you for giving me the opportunity to do all of this today. And I think like almost like having a conversation has always like
Yes.
more special and seem less scary.
Mhm.
And then in addition to that, I always try to do like the plans on the Bible app.
Yeah.
And you know you can choose like dependent like oh like anxiety like you're happy.
Yes.
So like depending on what's going on, I like to do it because the devotions are like, whoa, like this is exactly what
I need
I
it.
needed to hear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool too. Like one, I love how many plans are on the Bible app
Mhm.
and it's just so accessible.
Yeah.
Like whatever I'm going through, I just go to like the themes and I'm like, I need this one today. And it like, hits me right where I need it. But like I think what was really cool about what you said is like praying what I'm going to do in the day is like me saying, okay, God, take it. Like I
Mhm.
trust you in this. And it like both of you right in the morning, it sets your mind like on the most important thing,
Mhm.
which is really cool. Like it gives you that day, like you're giving that day to God.
Yeah.
That's super awesome. Okay, so this is our last question. And I was really stoked for you guys to kind of talk into this because you're students. So do you have any advice for students your age or, a little bit younger who may be struggling right now to follow Jesus or in life, in their faith? Do you have any advice for them?
I think honestly, like times when I'm struggling, I like almost feel ashamed. It's like embarrassing for me. And then since it's like embarrassing for me, I'm like, oh, like I'm not good enough for this. Like I'm just gonna not even try anymore. It's easier to not. It's okay. I think that's my. It's like it's okay to be struggling because you're gonna get over it, and it's just a part of your like journey, your faith. And I think if you don't actually want to move forward in your faith, you're not going to. So you need to like make sure you pray towards and make sure you have that mindset of wanting to grow in it and talk to people who like have a similar faith to you and who might even be struggling, but even just people who are actually in a better place because they'll give you like the proper advice in the moment on what you're struggling with. That did not make any sense.
No, girl, you don't even know how powerful that was that you said. Like, because shame is not of God. And I think the enemy really does want us to stay quiet. Like, oh, I feel bad about myself, so I'm going to stay in shame and I'm not going to do anything. When, like, you even saying that, it's okay. We've all been there. Just try again the next day to connect with God. Like, so powerful. So thank you for that. Okay, Adrian, what about you?
So especially like right now with everything going on, like I it's really easy for people to like stray away. So I guess what the advice I would give is like do something every day, even if it's small, that sort of helps you reflect on the faith. Like it can be even doing the Bible story thing that it barely takes like 5 minutes. And any time of the day, if you have like a free minute, you can just go through it and do it. And
start small.
Yeah, start small, and then you can work yourself up when you feel more comfortable. And yeah.
That's so good. Thank you. Like, because I think like that's so important to hear. I don't need to read my Bible an hour a day and like pray an hour a day to connect with God. Like, oh, it's just a little bit at a time and I'm getting to know God over time. Like that's what it is.
Listen to worship music in the back of like whatever you're doing. Like
yes. It's the little things. It's the
Mhm.
little things. Well, thank you so much, guys. Like, thank you for being willing to do this. Cause I
Yeah.
know that like it's kind of like, oh, you're putting yourself out there,
Yeah.
but thank you guys.
Yeah, no
You've
problem.
blessed me. I'm sure you've blessed our community. So thanks. And Shepherd Youth, some quick announcements before we end, because it's time for service, and y'all better be jumping over to Shepherd Church real quick after these announcements, though. So, first thing, we've always got a blog for you guys. You know, we've got the YouTube channel. Be sure to check that out. We're posting Monday through Friday content that is fun. We want to connect with you, and of course, about Jesus. So, be sure to check that out. And D Groups registration is open. So, go register right now. We talked about D Groups. It is like gonna change your life because it's consistency, it's relationship. And so we are doing D groups this semester on Zoom. So please join us. And that's all we have for you. So Shepherd Youth, we love you. Thank you for joining me, guys.
Yeah, no
Honestly,
problem.
Of course, thank you
it's
for
so
having
great.
Guys, yep.
Of course. Okay, Shepherd Youth, we love you. We'll see you later.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.